Welcome back to Make Sales Great Again.
Mate, have you seen this show?
What did you clear last month?
Just over 30.
2 years ago, I'm sat in tech sales, $4.5 grand a month, and everyone kept telling me I'd made it. We're not here to fuck around. We're here to make sales fucking great again. Seven-figure Miller.
Look at me, mate. Look where I am.
Aren't you gonna dance?
I don't dance, love. I collect. Piff.
Love, are you sure about?
Yeah, got that payment on my end? Yes, Mum. It's worth it. And you rewarded yourself, right?
Got myself a little piece.
Oh my Lord. Are you in for something exciting? Exciting to see a good few faces in here as well. Getting prepped up. As we say, we've got a month left until the Capital Closer Marbella mastermind and the 11-a-side football match and the massive party that's going to be on after as well, the first week in September. So, I mean, look, if you're new here, fuck me, what a time to be on board. And if you're sort of in that sort of intermediate phase, I mean, if there's a time to ramp it up and step it up a gear, it is now. Bart, let you in there, big dog. Good to see a lot of you on here. Good to see a lot of you on here. Happy days. Happy days. Finn Bard, shout out to you, big dog. By the way, I've seen your name there. I mean, mate, must be the first day of freedom, first Monday, not waking up to that fucking alarm. What a feeling, mate. So, yeah, I mean, what a huge month for you. So massive congratulations. Massive kudos to you. And yeah, we'll be touching on that as well very, very shortly. Okay, we will let a few others in the waiting room. Ben, he's in the waiting room. Is he in? Ben's in. Panos, is he in? He's in. Tom. Okay, we will give it 2 more minutes and then we're live. Massive shout out to a lot of you that have been placed directly onto that darling role as well. I mean, Jesus, you know. I think I pretty clearly said to everyone as well that, you know, the way that you need to look at it and understand with this darling role, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, the earning potential is up here, okay? So in your first month, you will do 15,000 in a month, right? You will. Why do I know that? Because we have someone inside Capital Closer, their first month, no sales experience, straight out of university, did 17,000 in their first month, just out of university. So it's not even like it was a front-facing corporate job or 9 to 5. No, out of university, like out of fucking school, right? 17,000 in a single month, first month. Thanks for coming, right? Because the OTEs are up here, but really the friction's here. As long as you're a dog, you're an animal, you've got some charisma, you've got some sort of aura, and you know, you've got something about you, it's a game changer. So massive shout out to a lot of you that landed out. I mean, it's quite game changing from that side of things. Who have we got here? Ryan, in you get. Josh, in you get, big dog. Who else is there? We're gonna dive straight in. We'll dive straight in. Solid month, good month of July. I mean, I say good month. I mean, we've broken the record. We've broken the record for the most amount of commissions being paid out in a single month to sales reps inside Capital Closer. So for those of you that were on board in July, I mean, you understood July was, you know, January was a pretty good month. You know, January we did north of about 640K in net take-home comms paid out to all of the reps inside Capital Closer. And just to be clear, the way that we run our model, right, you know, we're helping people that are at zero, you know, so they're in remote sales. They're just getting in remote sales for the first time. So we take them from 0 to 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50,000 a month and beyond. Okay, 0. Okay, it's not like, oh, people are coming in at a certain point. It's like, no, you're at 0. Okay, so that is pure the ability of people being absolutely fresh off a blank canvas, which is absolutely huge and massive from that sort of things. Right, we are going to jump straight in. Okay, if you're in the waiting room, I apologize. This is being recorded. Is my father in? Connor's father? Yeah, there we are. Happy days. Boom. Okay, Mirzad, good to see you on board, big dog. Luke Haley, good to see you on board, big dog. Right, so let's dive in. So, you know, we'll work top from bottom in a few sort of announcements and a few big shout outs. Which way do I want to go? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it the normal way. What I do want to say for the month so far, really, really, really solid month. A lot of you inside here, I think you're making your name. Which is absolutely huge. A lot of you that came on board in sort of May time, even a few of you that came on board in June time, you're making a name for yourself, all right? You're putting yourself about, you're active as fuck, you're landing roles, you're putting yourself about on interviews, you're in the deals closed channel, you're lighting it up, and I can see you're constantly active, all right? Because I'm the sick motherfucker, so is all of the sales leads, Yeah, I'm up at 12 a.m. I'm up at 1 a.m. Best believe I'm checking who's fucking online. Best believe I'm checking in that right-hand corner of that fucking screen. And what? Right? I will, because it allows me to understand who's really fucking about it. Who's really fucking about it? And people might go, oh, it's a bit extreme. It's not extreme. It's not extreme at all. That's why these people are making the money that they're making, because you see the same fucking names online, active. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people sit there, oh, you don't really know it's really tough and difficult. We all know it. Right? We all know the pain and suffering. We all know taking calls till 1 a.m., taking calls till 2 a.m., no shows, leads don't have any money, doing mock calls at fucking 1 a.m., getting back from work, you're fucking knackered, doing a mock call, missing the gym. Yeah, we get it, right? But what is the alternative? This is part of the fucking story. This is part of the story that inevitably, when you're on a podcast, or inevitably, when, your family asks you in 5, 10, 15 years' time, or your wife's, or your missus's fucking family in 3, 5 years, go, what do you do? Like, well, what's your story? That you have something, as I always say, you're on the edge of your fucking seat, right? You're on the edge of your seat. And I think that's the great thing about remote sales. And with corporate sales, you don't really create your own destiny. You really don't, right? If you believe that, you're believing a false narrative. You are in a vehicle, it's your future's made up by someone else. All right, it's like, do this and we'll maybe put you there, mate, and just believe this, and yeah, we'll do all of that bollocks. All right, it's already been written. Your story's already been written. All right, so you're just fucking in the book. You're not changing book. You're just going through this fucking pages. In remote sales, you genuinely create your own story. Like, you actually are the person that creates your own story. No one else creates it other than you, because you're directly paid for your performance. There is no one else that is in control of you making the level of income that you want to make other than yourself. Going out there, finding a role, being on a role, making it work part-time, doing it full-time, and all the rest of it as well. It's completely down to you. And I think that's why there's so much pride in, like, a lot of respect that we all have for one another. And, that's why you should have, and I'm sure a lot of you do, have a lot of respect for one another, because you know what it fucking takes. You know what it takes. People, as I always say, it's that fucking, mountain shit, isn't it? The iceberg, where it's, the iceberg and success and money and all that shit. What people don't see is they don't see that underneath. Because I guarantee you, 99% of people, if they saw that and be like, right, buddy, you see that over there? You like it, do you? You like it? All right. Right, let's come back a few steps. You see all of that down there? Yeah, you need to do that for the next year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. Most people bottle it. Most people bottle it and go, yeah, fuck that, I'm not going to think about it. But it's a lot of individuals inside of here that go through the shit, all right? Callum Dean said it absolutely perfectly in one of his messages. Perfectly. And it is slowly, quickly, all right? And that goes for a lot of things in life, all right? And I'm not here to say that this isn't like a fucking corporate sales role where it's like, oh, you got to wait fucking 10 years to be on like fucking 10 grand a month net take home, which, by the way, for those that aren't new or don't understand how, I say this in the nicest way possible because I didn't understand it until I was, in corporate sales for a year. If you want to make 10 grand a month net take home consistently after tax, you need to be on about 220 grand a year, all right? That's what equivalates to 10 grand a month net take home after fucking PAYE, HMRC and all that bullshit, all right? So you can put that contextually based on what you are now, how long from, probably put together your pay rises. I've got a pay rise then and it took that long and that happened that. Yeah, put that together. That's how long it's going to fucking take. So most of the time, never going to happen. Second of the time, will happen. You are fucking 45 at that age and you got 5 grand a month expenses. You're paying for your wife, your 2 kids, your car, her car, groceries, and you are literally fucked. Okay. So, I mean that in the nicest way possible because it's, let's just get that out there. What I will say is it still means you act with speed. Like, we're not saying that, oh, you've got to eat shit for 5, 10 years. Guys, like, for a lot of you, it's for fucking 3 months. For a lot of you, it's 6 fucking months. Like, Jesus Christ, it's pathetic as well. So it does infuriate me. And I don't want to, bring this energy at all. So I'll just glaze over it, but I will bring it to the surface. Some names that I see in here, and I'm just, mate, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? It's beyond me. It is beyond me that an opportunity to make 10, 20, 30,000 a month remotely, work from where you want, when you want, change your life, your mum's life, everyone around you, and you're fucking coasting. Like, do we need a fucking gun to someone's fucking head to make something happen? Like, genuinely serious. I'm not even just saying that, right? And you've got to get really clear on what all of you fucking want, right? Because I think a lot of people don't understand it, right? Listening to a fantastic podcast the other day, and I mean, he put it very clearly. A lot of people say, I want to retire, or I want this car, or I want this watch. Like, do the fucking numbers, break the numbers down. What house do you want? Do you want a mortgage, or do you want to buy it cash? All right. Well, how are you thinking of doing that? Is that from cash flow? If it's just a cash flow play, how much are you investing into the markets every month? Is it $2 a month? Is it $5 Is it $10 a month? How much are you investing in the markets every month? Is it a 10% return? Are you going to take a draw after 5 years and take 3% out of the markets and leave 7% in there? You got to understand these things, because then it becomes fucking real. And then again, guys, it's just like the treadmill stuff. It's like, oh my fucking God, like I'm never going to have it. It's all well and good fantasizing. Like, I want this car, I want this watch, I want this fucking thing. Okay, well, let's fucking have it on a fucking piece of paper, and we can see how far away we are, right? You have to know the numbers. You have to know the maths, okay? And when you know that, you will understand that this is a vehicle that if you put your fucking head down and knuckle down for 90 days, change the trajectory of your entire life. And Callum Dean's is a perfect example of that. Slowly, slowly, quickly, quickly. All right? It will all come together. And you're very all fortunate enough to be in the organization where, we're in a position where those people that we're very close to, those people that fucking show up and they give to us what we give back to them, fucking hell, are they in for a treat? Fucking hell. Jerry Curling's a prime example of that. Callum Dean's is a prime example of that. Many people that we have on board, Lewis Miller, prime example of that. Because you probably hear a lot of these names and you're like, oh, but Lewis. Yeah, but he was on this once, right? He was on this, like on a fucking end of month for his first time, right? So was Jerry. So was Callum Dean. They were all on this point. So it didn't just go on, they magically fucking happened. They earned it through respect, through loyalty. And then it becomes a point where, goodness gracious, with the partners and the relationships and the network and building our separate B2B business, the opportunities we now have there from a direct placement standpoint, it's just a no-brainer. Of course they're going to get immediate access to that. Of course they're going to get those things. And it's slowly, slowly, quickly, quickly. And I'll say a few shout outs to a lot of people inside of here just before we dive into it. Who I want to say straight off the cuff. 3 actually that come to mind immediately that they've come on board, I think, in the last 45, 60 days. And I just want to say that, what we like to do, I'm going to be open and honest, from a sales lead point of view, we like to look at who are going to be our front runners. Who are the next fucking, if you're into horse racing, Frankel, it's basically, he was a famous racehorse. He was a very, very good racehorse. Who's going to be the next one? Who's the next one? And to be honest with you, from what I've seen, and don't get me wrong, the results aren't there yet, but the tenacity, the work rate, me looking at their private channels, how they come across, their charisma, their aura, it's undoubtable. And I'll probably even say it here to put a bit more pressure on them, but fuck it, I know they'll live up to it. So that is for Mirzad immediately, 100%, right? 100%. You watch him in Q3, right? Either make it happen on the existing offer, double stack with another offer, or ramp up and do a great month this month on that offer and then bounce and get another one with the leverage and assets you have, undoubtedly. Andy Spencer, fucking dog, absolute workhorse, absolute animal. The relationship that he's got with himself, with Tom, making things happen, won't comply, exactly how to operate, and you can just see he's on a fantastic trading role right now. Really, really good founder that he's inevitably going to do great, fantastic numbers, and I can inevitably see it. And I'm actually going to add 2 more people onto this one here. David Bates, right? Mr. fucking Bates, chairman, absolute fucking big dog, absolute animal. Definition of just becoming obsessed, immersing himself in the organization, immersing himself amongst people. And what a great energy, what a great aura that you've brought inside our organization. And that's something that you can't put a price tag on, at all, right? You can't put a price tag on someone that's great energy, great aura, determined, hungry, and driven. That for me it will fucking tenfold anything else. So in the exact right organization, it's a fucking pleasure to have you inside, Mr. David Bates. And fourthly, Mr. Luke Haley. I put a very open and honest announcement into the channel. Right, Luke, right? Just so you've all got some context here, all right? I hope you're all listening to this. Luke is doing multiple 5 figures a month net take home from his corporate sales job, right? Net take home, all right? How many of you would be, oh, God, I'm a fucking big dog. Oh, I'll put my feet up, making 10, 12 grand a month net take home after tax, after PAYE, and you just wouldn't be resilient. You wouldn't be hungry. You wouldn't be on the recruiter board. You wouldn't be on deal fuel. You wouldn't be pestering us. You wouldn't be on the performance accelerators. And be honest with yourself, because you wouldn't, right? And that just shows, right? Did I look a reel? Was it a reel the other day? I think it was a reel we posted where it's like, you have to become the person that people look dead in the eye and go, thank fuck I'm not competing with that mad motherfucker. Or you just go, fuck, or you go, fuck, I am competing with this cunt. Fuck, I'm absolutely going to get fucking shat on, right? That's who you're competing with. Someone who has that tenacity, that drive to have an interview, to be up at 1 a.m., even though that's there. And what people misunderstand about life is they think, oh, I'm not in a bad place. I'm not in a shit place. Oh, I don't really, I'm making decent money. Mate, who gives a flying fuck? I don't care about where your situation is at. I care about your standards. If your standards are accepting that, then that's absolutely fine. Accept it. Happy days. Don't speak to me. Because if those are your standards, don't speak to me. Don't speak to your sales leads, because, you can jog on it and have those standards. Happy days. If your standards are making 15, 20, 30, 40,000 a month remotely, selling from where you want, doing what you want, taking care of your family, paying, retiring your mum, paying off your family's mortgage, helping everyone out around you, and you want to be at that level, I think we've got some serious fucking work to do. I don't give a shit if you're at 10 grand a month, because that's the gap. So it isn't about, oh, my situation's not too bad. It just becomes like fucking Elon Musk is moving like he's fucking got fucking 6 fucking days to live, right? And that's because he wants to be here. And a lot of people go, oh, but he's already here. No, he looks at himself there, okay? So it just comes down to your standards, all right, in terms of moving with speed. So just want to say a massive shout out to all 4 of those, okay? Because it's been noted, seen, and it's an example to a lot of people inside the organization as to really, what it looks like to really know what you want and have full tenacity. Anyway, without further ado, more importantly, what's going on here? I don't want to edit this. Right, let me share this. Share, click to open, present. Let me present this. Come on, mate, hurry up. Is this how I do it? Share. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Right, here we go. This is nicely done. We got a little update. Who's in the waiting room? Someone's in the waiting room. Oh, Sam. All right, I'll let him in. Luckily, he's got my number. I've just seen it on WhatsApp on the side there. Fucking lucky bastard. Right. Okay. Happy days. Let's dive in. August 2026. Okay. Everyone can see, I'm assuming, my screen. Cool. Yeah. Fantastic. August 2026. Capital closer. July. Sorry, it's not August. It's July. What are we going on about? It's July 2026. Capital closer. End of month review 2026. Okay. Lock in, strap in, and get ready. We've got a few announcements that we'll run through on the end regarding Marbella Mastermind, and also the 11-a-side football game, which is very, very, very fucking important. Okay, so it's not August. Let's completely remove that. It is July 2026. For those that are new, we run through the Premier League, top 6. Well, it's actually 6th and 3rd is our Premier League. And then top 3 is our Champions League. Okay, that's what we run through. So 6th place capital closer, July 2026. Top performer was Mr. Consistency, Lewis Miller. All right, $17,456 in net take-home commissions, and that's his pretty much baseline on a month-to-month basis. Consistently, he'll do 17k incomes month after month after month after month after month. For those that don't know Lewis from a recruitment background, he was in recruitment for 4 to 5 years, making about 3 to 4k a month. Okay, again, cap commissions, long sales cycle, dealing with absolutely all of it. He made it happen, made it work, did it part-time. He did 4.4k part-time, 8.8k part-time. Then he went full-time, 18.8k. Then he went 26k at full-time. Okay? That was exactly the process that Lewis followed. Okay? So, and Lewis came on board. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, Lewis, I think Lewis, compared to where everyone's at now, Lewis was probably handicapped, in terms of what he had on offer, in terms of how he was, what he had available to himself back then. Massive shout out. Well done, Mr. Lewis Miller. 5th place, July 2026. Top performer inside capital closer was Benaya Julius. $17,540 in net take-home commissions. His first month on that role. His first month on that dialing remote sales role, right? Benaya came, as I've said, just out of university. There was no corporate job. There was no front facing. There was no corporate sales job, right? None of it whatsoever. Odds against himself, but used the underdog mentality, used the underdog hunger and drive, and made it fucking happen. Didn't just hit 5k, which would have been amazing. Didn't just hit 10k. Surpassed 15k, finished 17.5k, and has bagged himself as one of the top performers inside capital closer the month of July 2026. And yes, he works like a dog, yes, he works like an animal, but it's the definition of making it happen. It's like, how bad do you want it? Because this is the thing that's quite funny, isn't it? You've got account executives thinking they're fucking big dogs. And that's the funny thing, isn't it? In like the corporate sales world, you've got account execs, and they're making like $5 grand a month net take home. or 6 grand a month net take home. And they're like, I'm such a big dog. Like, I'm so above it. Like, I'm such a fucking big dog. And it's like, mate, someone who's just come out of university on their first month has just made 17.5K, has just shat all over you and is now fully remote. But yeah, mate, your corporate sales role, I'm sure you'll eventually get there. It's pathetic. And this is the power of this industry. You go from being, in corporate sales, you can choose to be the little, the big shark in the tiny little pond, or you can choose to be a little fish in a fucking blue ocean, right? Choose which one of game you want to play in. Massive shout out, Benaya. Huge congratulations. Activewear set will be coming to yourself soon. I'll share at the end of this exactly how to get that activewear set, how to get that fucking bad boy sent out to yourself. Massive congratulations, big dog. Unlocked the activewear set in navy. What a fantastic color. The uniform. Take a fucking bow. Right. Next up, 4th place. Capital closer, top performer, July 2026. Bailey Martin. Mate, I was shocked to see this in the sense of out of nowhere. I thought you were on sort of 12K, 13, 14K for the month. Surpassed 15K in a single month. Just missed 20,000 in a single month in commissions. However, may I say, Bailey, as I said in the hub, 75 days ago, about sort of 80, 85 now, Bailey was made redundant from his account manager sales role. Right? Let that sink in. 85 days ago, he was made redundant. He was let go from his 9-to-5 sales job because they didn't want to pay out any more commission. Came on board, dominated, hit every check mark, operated with absolute excellence. I think broke the record for 10K, quickest to make 10K in a single month. And then this month just gone, doing 19K in a single month, his second month in the industry. He was in Mexico for about 2-3 weeks, or Mexico for about a month. Fully in Mexico. Just went, you know what? I've got the ability now. 85 days ago, I was made redundant. And I was like, oh, no income. Here we go. Oh, my 9-to-5 sales job. To, hang on a second. Which individual am I going to be? The one that cries and complains and goes, the world's against me. The world's evil. How could you do this to me? Or how about I grab life by the fucking balls and go out in there and get what I fucking want, right? Because you can do anything in this life. You've got 2 ears, 2 eyes, and a fucking mouth, right? We're not asking you to fucking be Elon Musk and launch fucking rockets from the fucking earth, right? We're not asking for that. We're asking to make 15, 20, 25, 30K a month remotely, okay? Anyone can fucking do it, okay? Anyone can fucking do it, okay? Massive shout out. Mexico for a month, clearing nearly 20K in a single month, fully remotely, right? Where else can you do that in that time frame? And that comes from the hunger, the tenacity, and a fantastic vehicle that is remote sales. Massive shout out. Again, Big Dog, your activewear set. Stay around until the end. I'll show you exactly how we'll get that sent out to yourself. Huge congrats, Big Dog. You've operated extremely well since you've been on board the organisation. It's an absolute pleasure to have you inside. Right, now we move on to the podium. Okay, now we move on to the podium. The top 3 inside Capital Closer for July 2026. Okay, really important stuff. So, July 2026, here we are. 3rd top performer, 3rd place, bronze medal for Capital Closer July 2026 is Mr. Oliver Best. Mr. Oliver Best. Can we please work out how much this man has made this fucking year? This man has made like, I think $170,000. I think he's made $170,000 already this year. And it's just finished in July, right? So he's made $170,000 net take home end of July in the year. So that's 126 grand sterling, all right? 126 grand sterling. So let's just times that by 2. That's 250 grand sterling that he's pacing, right? I mean, he's consistently done like 20K, 28K, 32, 34, 31, 26, 23. I think this is one of your lowest months of the entire year. But still, ever in doubt, I mean, you're normal, I saw you at 8th place, 9th place, 10th place, and then out of nowhere, it's always the last sort of 5-6 days, you just see, boom, out of nowhere, thanks for coming, took 2 calls, made $3,000, good night. Absolute animal, and great remote sales role. And Ollie's a prime example of slowly, quickly. Slowly, quickly. Where is it? Right? Ollie, there he is. Took 12 months. 12 months to clear, I think, 20K in a month. 12 months. So imagine that, 12 months. But look at that. Look what you would have missed out on if you caved in. you know, and he didn't decide to go through it and actually make it happen, you know. Now he's in a position where I think he's moving to Dubai in the next month with his entire family, his 2 kids, and he's consistently clearing upwards of 25 to 30,000 a month, right? Slowly, quickly. Because you have to look at it, right? Like, I hope this fucking sinks in with everyone inside of it, right? It's like the speed in which you're going at doesn't really matter if it is a Ferrari, okay? What I mean by that is, let's say you're in a BMW. I think a lot of you, let's say you're in a corporate sales job right now, or you're in some sort of job or whatever it may be. Right, you might be in a BMW. You're making 3, 4, 5, 6 grand a month net take home consistently. All right, don't try and have an ego. If this is coming into your heads, just shut this up for a second. If you've gone, oh no, I make a bit more than that because you've had 1 or 2 quarters of 8, 9 grand, mate, we're talking about your fucking average. All right, so don't try and have an ego and say, because you're lying to yourself by thinking you're making more money than you actually are. Okay, because I've been there. Oh, I make 7 grand a month. No, you don't, you fucking retard, Connor. All right, no, you fucking don't. You make fucking 4.5 in your corporate sales job after tax. All right, because we only speak after tax. We don't speak pre-tax because you can't pay for your fucking holidays with that, can you? So from that side of things, if you're in that car, you're in a BMW and you're making that level of income right now, but you've got your foot flat down the accelerator, so you're a little bit like, how much more is there to go? Like, yeah, I know I'm going quick. Like I am going, let's say, at 190 miles per hour. Like, I'm going quick, but there's not really much more to go. Like, I'm looking around, there's not really, and then you know, that's what you do. You look around the office, there's not really much more to fucking do. Yeah, you're going at 190. And that's the thing, in remote sales, it may take a little bit longer than you would have thought, right? But it's like, you're in a fucking Ferrari. You're in a fucking SF90, okay? So it's like, you might be going at 20. Maybe the exhaust is fucked for whatever reason. And you're going at 20. And you're thinking, fucking hell, I'm sort of going a lot quicker over here. But how much longer and how much more do you have to go? How much more do you have to go on this straight? And it comes to like the grass being fucking greener, all right? It's like fucking what's it? The in your corporate sales job, it's like the grass in summer. It's gone all yellow. It's fucked. The grass, there's no more greenness. I can tell you right now, there is no more greenness you're going to see over the next 3, 5, 10 years of sticking that out. Maybe a little extra 1.5 grand a month net take home after tax. Who's that fucking saving? Absolutely no one. Here, oh my God, I mean, the grass is it's a little bit light green, but fuck me, there's still like pure greenness to come. All of that juice to come that you've got down there, right? So that's what you've got to understand sometimes. It's slowly, quickly. And Ollie may have thought, I'm making 2K a month, I'm making 3K a month from remote sales, and I'm doing all these hours. But it's like, it doesn't matter because I'm in the fucking Ferrari. Like, I'm in it. So there's still fucking 200 and fucking 300 miles per hour to go. So that's how you need to think, right? And that's come down to opportunity vehicles, right? And thinking, have I capped it out and have you limited it, right? And if you're ever thinking about it in remote sales, I can tell you right now, you are fucking not anywhere near it, okay? Right? Because I'll tell you to look at someone who's making 50, 60, 70,000 a month doing the exact same things. So you'll be nowhere near it. All right? So shout out Mr. Oliver Best. Congratulations. Second place, Callum Deans. Oh my goodness. Massive shout out to you, mate. Fucking hell. Callum Deans, from closing alone, 38,100 in net take home commissions. Have some of that. November 2025, or was it December? It was December. Came on board. Tech sales, making 4.5 grand a month, net take home after tax. 23 years old. Dream sales job for most people, isn't it? Not for him. Why? Because he had that fucking burning desire. I'm meant for more than this, right? Everyone around me is like, you're doing well. Fuck you. That's your fucking well, respectfully. That's your fucking well. My well is not your fucking well. My well is fucking there, and I'm nowhere fucking near it. So I'm either going to make you happy by chasing the dreams that you want for me, which are fucking subpar dog shit, or I'm going to go out there and chase my fucking dreams that I want. That's exactly what he did. 4.4K part-time, 8.8K part-time, but it wasn't sunshine and rainbows. It wasn't sunshine and rainbows. I think March and April, Callum did about, I think anywhere from 5 to 8K in remote sales, and he went full-time. He left his job fully. I think March and April, he did about 5 to 8K. No, well, yeah, he did 15K in January, and then I think he did about 10K month in Feb. He did about 5 to 8K in March and April. So you go, oh, God, oh, he's left his job. Oh, he's left his job. Oh. But what did he do? He doubled down on his skill set. He focused on, hang on a second, do you know what? He put blinkers on, right? And I think a lot of you are guilty of doing this. You see Finn hit 12.8K and he's come out of nowhere. And Peter Jones hit 25K in a single month and he's in it in his third month. He's come out of nowhere. And you start like fucking comparing, right? All we give a shit about is who makes the most consistently. Who makes the most consistently and who eventually ends up making the most. Because you're in it for the long term. You're playing the long game. We're all playing the long game. All right? So don't worry about it. Put your blinkers on respectfully and tell them to fuck off. Right? You congratulate them. Congratulate them. You know, say well done. Fucking, you know, throw the flames in. Fucking throw the gifts in there. The whole shebang. Fucking hype everyone the fuck up. Right? But you are in your own lane and it will come. If you keep doing the right things day after day, month after month, and no one will be watching. No one will be watching. But then you get to have your moment. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been taking calls for 12, 14, 16 hours a day. You know, I couldn't even speak after half of them. I missed so many things. It got to a point where I wasn't even sacrificing. It was just the norm. Saturday, Sunday, I'd never go out. I'd never. It wasn't even a thing. They just knew. I became, you know, to quite an unhealthy obsession in the sense of I lost a lot of friends and close people. And I've had to build that up because I did very much go, right, everyone can fuck off until I'm where I want to be in life. But I did that many, many times and no one saw it. You know, no one saw it. But then you get to have your moment, you know? And your moment comes from all of those little things. And Callum's going to have his moment. Callum had his moment when he got to put that into the chat and have that sense of pride and fulfillment of being able to do that. And go, do you know what? I fucking did that. Right? And, you know, a lot of people are going to go, oh, Callum did 38.1K. I mean, he's so lucky. But do you know what? You didn't fucking see that. And he knows that. He knows that he did it. And he's able to be on that flight, go to South America, be there for 4 months. No, I fucking did that. And the amazing thing with Callum, and I want to say this while everyone's on here, the amazing thing with him is his skill set is so fucking good. I'd say he's one of the best sales reps that we've ever had inside the organization. Period. As they'd say in America. Period. Right? Genuinely. I honestly would say that. For a fact. His skill set is fucking exceptional. And it's only going to get better. And that 38,100 is not an offer. Right? Yeah, he's on okay offers. That is his skill set. That is his tenacity. That is his work rate. And that is his skill set. Because he focused on those months where he did 5K. He did 8K. He said, I'm going to put blinkers on. I don't give a fuck. Matey boy's doing 20K. This guy's doing 20K. He's just, fuck off. Fuck off. He came in after me. I don't give a shit. Just shut the fuck up. Me. And then you submit a baseline. You submit a baseline where no matter what offer you're on, you'll make 20K a month. And then when you're on the great offers, you make 35, 40, 50, 60K a month. Right? Because he's focused on this. That is something you can't take away. It's not built on shit foundations. If you don't focus on the skill set and you know your process isn't that good, you know you're not that good, but you know you're on a good offer, that's a worrying place to be. It's a very worrying place because someone can push you over at any time and down you go. He has done the exact opposite. He's done the exact opposite. And he'll have that moment at the end of the year, at our award ceremony, where we'll have over 500 sales reps in a huge venue in London. And who knows, someone may break his record. I don't know. Be my fucking guest. Break his record for the most made in a single month closing. And in front of 500 people, massively documented, cameras everywhere, the whole shebang, he's going to be able to have that moment. And look, someone may beat him. But, you know, it comes from doing all those things behind a closed door when no one sees. Massive shout out to you, Callum Deans. And I think a lot of people need to take a massive leaf out of his book in terms of how he operates and you know, how he's been within this industry. Now, first place, capital close at July 2026, Mr. Joshua Robinson. Mr. Joshua Robinson. Do you know what? Fuck it, right? I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on. Joshua Robinson, massive congratulations. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This it? This it? Here it is. Where is it? Is it here? Mrs. Robinson. Right, I'm going to fucking play it. Why? Because do you know what? Massive congrats. 40,000 in net take-home commissions in a single month. Guess what? 19 years old. We're going to play it. We're going to play it. Oh, no. Massive congratulations, Mr. Joshua Robinson. What a fucking animal. 19 years old. 19 years old. Fucking hell. $40,750 in net take-home commissions. And, right? And if that wasn't enough, because you're thinking, is it 40,150? He sent me his comp slips, which I'm not going to share yet because he's got to send me a little bit of the rest of it. But also as well, to treat himself in the exact same month, he's only gone and go, fuck it, I'm going to get myself a new Rolex at 19 years old. Tenacious, tenacity, hunger, drive, work rate, commitment, right? That's what it comes down to. Massive shout out to him, right? He will not stop until he's on the best role. He will not stop until he finds a way to find a role, to get a better commission structure, to close a lead, burn a lead if he needs to, all right? And it's the constant just pursuit of relentlessness, obsession of making things happen. Massive shout out, Joshua Robinson. Well done. Congratulations. Top performer for July 2026. Now, Navy wear, active wear, unlocked. All of you, congratulations. New unlock of 15K in a single month made. New, not existing, new hit in a single month, 15,000 made. Active wear set Navy will be sent out to all of you. Elliot Orchard, massive congratulations. Billy Cummings, massive congratulations. Ollie Smith, congratulations. Reece Robbo, congratulations. Benai, congratulations. Bailey Martin, congratulations. And Joshua getting the grey activewear set, which we'll be giving out to yourself as well. Now, a few honourable mentions, as always. Adam Wheeler, new personal best, 12,700 made in a single month in net take-home commissions at 19 years old. Herbie Laidlord, personal record, congrats, big dog, thoroughly deserved. 12,300 made in commissions. Joshua Neal, 10,900 made, very much deserved. Final first 5-figure month, very deserved, worked extremely hard for that, onwards and upwards. Ben Levy, mate, what a win it was. I remember clearly, like I said, April mastermind, you said to me, I think you're at about 2 to 3K a month in remote sales. You said, I want to take me to the next level. I'm going to invest further in my skill set. I want to work closely with Tom one-to-one, and I want to get there. And you've done exactly that. Tenacious, hungry, win at all costs. And mate, absolutely made it happen. So deserved. And Finley Bard as well. I fucking love it. I love it. When they do it part-time, I love it so much because it's just even better, isn't it? It's even better. It's done part-time, fucking part-time in the evenings and on the weekends, getting back home at fucking 6:30 p.m., working until 1 a.m., taking calls that evening, then doing it on the weekend. I love it. 12.8K made part-time because it shows the resilience. It shows the hunger and the drive and the willingness of someone like that. They're like, do you know what? I'm not going to quit my job because, I don't need to. No one needs to. Everyone does it alongside. But I'm also going to make it happen, And it just speaks a lot of fucking volume because it shows the type of individual and the character you are to there's a lot of shit. You have to sacrifice a lot, There's no paddle or any of that bullshit. There's no football. There's no, probably the girlfriend, that's probably got to take a back seat for a while. Family, probably got to take a back seat. But you have to be selfish to be selfless. You have to be selfish to be selfless. All right? It doesn't just, oh yeah. How do you fucking give them money back? You have to make loads of money. You have to have the freedom, and then you can give back. Massive shout out. You're a big dog. Milestone and moves. Harry Ward, Mykonos momentum. Whip it out, right? 120,000 in cash collected in 7 days. 12K made in the space of 7 days off the back of Mykonos. Thank you very much indeed. Adam Crosby, big dog, landed huge remote sales role, travel and accommodation paid for by the offer owner, closing out in Marbella at the end of August. Massive shout out from you, mate. Honestly, thoroughly deserved. Work rate, relentlessness, grit. Joshua Robinson, already given a shout out. Fresh placements, we've already ran through that, and we've already ran through giving out the activewear sets. Now, to wrap up, Callum Deans, mate, congratulations. He's broken the closing record, the most made in a single month just from closing. Not the all-time record, all right? We've got different all-time records for the most made, like through remote sales, whether that's management or operating or different avenues that we can sort of look to get you into eventually further down the line, but we'll talk about that another day. But from closing alone, Callum Deans has broken the record. Callum Deans has taken the trophy off of Mr. Thomas Fennoir. Absolute brilliance from Callum Deans. 38,100 in net take-home commissions, and he's out in South America for the next 4 months. Having fun, locking in, making an insane amount of money, and enjoying himself, and just honing his skill in even further. Now, The dialing remote sales role that we've placed people on, massive shout out. Everyone placed on the dialing role. I mean, look, it's an opportunity within the space of 30 days to make 15K in a month, your first month. Simple as that. You know, there's no black and white about it. 15K in your first month. Jaden Roach did 7K in the space of 5 days. 7K in 5 days. 7K in 5 days. But I did 17.3K his first month. No, like there's no like ramp up here. Hopefully your piece can see. There's no ramp up like, oh, 5K and then 8K and then 10. No, fucking 15K out the gate. Like, actually imagine that for a second. It is, look, I've already put a message in, so you know whether you want to go for it or not or whatever. August is right now, and look, I know a lot of you are sometimes in 9 to 5, so whatever, but I just want to really paint this fucking picture for people. So anyone with a brain cell should be doing $15,000 immediately off the bat on that. So let's say August, you do 15,000. You would, all right? If you got a brain cell, you do 15K. The next month, you do $15,000. Let's say you don't, you know, I don't know, you have another role, or you know, you've got some savings or whatever. You don't, you know, you live at low expenses. You would have 22.5 grand British pounds in 60 days in your bank account. 22.5 grand. Where else that quickly can you pull 22.5 grand? That's on the low end. If you like Jaden, who's been placed directly in, he'll probably do 20K minimum, possibly 22, 25. That could be 30 grand sterling in your bank account in the space of like 60 days. Where the fuck, that's profit. There's no like e-commerce or fucking any of this bullshit where, oh, I've got to pay that person now and that bullshit. No, profit. There's nowhere else. Okay. So yeah, shout out to those massively. Now, the Marbella mastermind, just to wrap up here. Okay, so it's 2 days on the coast. What the fuck? On the coast, right? So this is huge, right? So it's 99%. 99% going to be on the 5th of September, Saturday. That's the weekend. Keep it free. If you have plans right now, cancel them. Okay? Wedding, cancel. All right? Funeral, cancel. Right? Depending who it is. All right? Cancel your plans right now if you have plans. All right? Saturday, 5th of September. Okay? Mastermind session. So this is going to be held at a luxury hotel venue. It's going to be early afternoon. This is for the entire organization. Okay? So we're going to have all of our top performers, everyone that's been in the organization, and everyone that's just come on board our organization. Everyone is invited. Okay? Full room mastermind. So this is going to be sales and strategy. It's going to be myself, a few of our sales leads and top performers that are going to be speaking there. Okay, and we're going to be sharing through Q&As and running through a few exciting things, which I'll run through and sort of touch on as the weeks come on, what we're going to be leaning on and what we're going to be touching on. We've also signed quite a new big exclusive partnership with multiple clients that Deal Fuel have. I'm not going to share exactly who they are, but what I will be doing on the mastermind is sharing the 5 new clients that we've signed exclusive partnerships, the right to place exactly into those sales teams over the next 12 months with an agreement that we now have in place. Okay? Share that in the Marbella mastermind. Again, it's good. It's somewhat like the dialing role, but it's actually for closing as well. So it's pretty insane. We've also got a few announcements in terms of sales leaders. We've been working tirelessly over the last 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks now, building infrastructure and a few different pieces and sort of speaking to a few different people and all the rest of it to basically have this ready. And we're going to be launching exactly what sales leaders now hold and how it changes the platform and the infrastructure and how we run as an organization inside Capital Closer. And again, all of this is for our mission of making sales great again. I'm working with over 100,000 corporate sales reps, helping them get into remote sales and make 10 to 100,000 a month, selling from anywhere in the world and living the life that they first got into sales to live. All right, we'll do that for every single person that we work with. All right, drink some foods to follow at the venue. We're going to go to a sort of really, really nice. It's a bit like I'd say a beach club sort of lunch place. It's unbelievable place to eat where we'll have food after the mastermind and everything else as well. Potentially go somewhere after. Well, we won't go too crazy because obviously we've got the football match the next day. Okay, so you know we've got to be quite strategic about it. So that's going to be the mastermind session. That is on the Saturday in Marbella. We'll share details over the next week or two. Okay, but I'm just letting you know those are the dates. 99%. Okay, that first weekend. Now on the Sunday, huge. On the Sunday we are playing an 11-a-side football game. Right. As you know, how we do one thing is how we do everything. This isn't, oh, a little kick around, is it? Oh, yeah, a little football game. No, best believe me, this is fucking serious, all right? There are going to be 2 linos from Spain. There's a referee. There's going to be pre-match interviews. There's going to be post-match interviews. There's going to be 2 managers. There's going to be a full 18 team, 11 aside, and then there's going to be subs as well. Full referee, as I've already mentioned. There's going to be post-match interviews with Capital Closer Banner. We're going to have a sponsor that's going to be there. People are going to be inside the changing room. We're going to have 3 different videographers that are going to be filming the entire event. The entire game is going to be filmed, and it's going to be a part of a massive, probably a 1 or 2 part Make Sales Great Again documentary. It's going to be pretty fucking insane. Okay, so that's going to be that. We're going to have that game, and it's in, shall I just show you? Shall I just show you what type of football pitch we're playing in, just so you've got a little bit of understanding of the football pitch that we're playing in. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Okay, that is the exact pitch that we're going to be playing in. Okay, that's the pitch. Okay, so we're going to be playing in that football pitch itself. Okay, that's already hired out, and that's where we're going to be playing from that sort of things. If I go back on here, where are you? Right here. Cool. Yeah, playing on that game, and that's going to be there, 11 aside. You know, we look to have a lot of people out there. Okay, so we'll have a lot of, obviously not everyone's going to play. A lot of people want to play. A lot of people don't want to play. So there'll be a lot of fans out there and a lot of branding to do with Capital Closer, Make Sales Great Again, and everything that we're doing and everything that we're building. What I will also say is after that football game, after we've given out the trophy, there's going to be about a 5-foot trophy, okay, and medals given out to the actual winners. After that, then it's Playa Padre, okay? For those that don't know Playa Padre, look, I mean, I've been to quite a few different places for parties and all the rest of it. I mean, I'd say it's up there with potentially the best, right? Let me just give you a flavour. All right? Let me just give you a flavour, right? So this is it. This is Playa Padre, all right? I'll show you a few different things, all right? If you decide to load, any chance today, here we are. Right, so that's a little bit of flavour, right? We'll show another. Let's have a look. What's this one here? What's this saying? Right. Right, so that is happening after the game, okay? So we're going to have everyone basically from the organization that will be there, which will be insane. Okay, so that will be organized for after. We'll let you know the details of all of that. So we're going to have a very big turnout. Okay, we're going to have a very big turnout there. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. This is going to be a huge, huge event. Okay, huge event. All right, absolutely massive. I've already run through that. What I will say is everyone's coming to this in terms of the Marbella match. If you just come on board the organization, if you're doing it part-time, if you're full-time making over $50,000 a month, this is what the Marbella Mastermind is for, all right? We want every single person inside the organization making it out there, right? We did this once, I mean, on a bit of a smaller scale. Last year, where we invited a portion of Capital Closer to come out to Marbella, a lot of people came out that were like just doing it part-time, just came on board. If I look at every single one of them now, every single one of them are doing 10, 15K a month because they put themselves in an environment and they were around and they were like fucking speaking. Like you're speaking to people that are making 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 60,000 a month from this industry, right? It's the best part about having fun and doing something like remote sales is everything's productive. So even when you're out partying or whatever, it's productive because guess what? You're speaking about remote sales. You're speaking about this. It's all productive. It's not like just chatting shit about irrelevant crap. So it'll be really, really good. And we expect every single person of the organization out there. Will we be honest by saying we'll know the names that aren't there and will we think a little bit differently? Absolutely. I'll be completely honest. Of course we will. All right. So we expect every single one of you out there. All right. We're putting it together to make sure that it's absolutely amazing and it's something for everyone to look forward to. All right. August, I mean, I'll just run through it now. We did $670,000 in commissions to our reps, right? People inside Capital Closer were paid $670,000 in net take-home commissions this month, paid out directly, bank account, right? A lot of them doing it part-time, right? Our target by the end is $1 million per month, all right? August is due to be a massive month. And how exciting is it to be more hungry, more tenacious, hit a personal record, hit a milestone, unlock an activewear set, because literally at the start of next month, September, you're flying out to Marbella for a free 4-day event where we're all going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be an amazing mastermind, and there's going to be a fantastic 11-a-side match where everyone can meet each other and see each other. All right. So honestly, I don't think there's a better time to do a personal record month, to have a bigger month, to smash the shit out of this 670k, because Q4, end of the year, New York top performers trip. We're going to fly out 6 top performers to New York. It's going to be insane. All right, insane. Right, that New York top performers trip. Fucking hell. Concrete Jungle. Right, the Big Apple. Harry Galvin. I think he may as well have secured himself with Nassau Street Partners, because I reckon he'll do 30, 40k by the end of the year with that in a single month. The London award ceremony is going to be December, first weekend, probably second weekend of December in London. That'll be insane. There'll be 500 Capital Closer, everyone from Capital Closer out there. DJs, drinks, food, speakers, trophies. We're going to hire a massive luxury venue in London, and that will be insane. Trophies, award ceremonies, speakers. Yeah, you can probably guess how it's going to look. And that's pretty much everything. Okay, as you know, the mission, helping corporate sales reps transition into remote sales, gets 10 to 100k a month from anywhere in the world. We're going to build the platform, build the infrastructure, have the relationships, have the direct placement, have the opportunities. We'll fight long and hard every single day to do that and fulfill that mission, and we'll inevitably do it. And it's all in order to make sales great again. It's as simple as that. Okay, it's as simple as that. I will also say, for the football game, very important before we wrap up here. For the football game, I'm going to put a Google form in to the announcements channel. All right. I'm going to put a Google form into the announcements channel, and it's going to be your name, the position that you play. Well, you just basically don't fill it. Well, no, basically there'll be a Google form. Submit. Sorry, there'll be a Google form. You'll submit that you're coming to the Marbella Mastermind. Okay, so you can make those dates, and you're going to be coming out there. We'll share more details about the Marbella Mastermind over the next week, but we're just letting you know dates and then progressing with the rest. There'll be a Google form. Fill in that you're coming out. And I'm coming to the Marbella Mastermind and the football match. Then you just need to basically put, do you want to play in the football game? Yes or no? Okay. If you press yes, we'll ask which position: striker, midfield, defense, goalkeeper. And then from there, we will basically pass it across to the team, and they will put the teams together, and we'll release the teams over the next 7 to 10 days. Who's going to be starting 11 here, starting 11 here, and everyone else will be watching from the sidelines. And we'll make sure there's drinks and all the rest of it as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun. Okay. That Google form will be there. All right. So make sure to fill that in over the next 48 hours. I'll make sure to submit it. And your top size and your short size, because we're going to get obviously navy, grey, remote sales, make sales great again, Capital Closer, number on the back, the whole shebang, and our sponsor, which you'll be seeing who that will be over the next week or two. So exciting stuff. But fantastic month for a lot of you. Huge shout out to all of you. The honourable mentions, the top performers, thoroughly well done. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how we finish up in August. Any questions, as always, drop it into to myself or your private channel with your sales lead. Let's smash that 670k out the absolute water in August. Apart from that, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll speak to you very, very soon. And let's make sure that we smash it out the park. All right, guys, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care. I'll see you all in Marbella. Okay? Take care, boys. All the best. Bye-bye.